Hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. I hope you're well. Great to see you. Thanks for joining me and Jay at the minute. We are waiting on Kraggs right now. So far, we are on 17 people in. The stream has only just started. I hope you do appreciate why I put the pre-roll on. Lets everyone get a cup of tea and get sorted, ready for the stream. So I've got everything set up today. It's all good. We are just waiting for Kraggs to show up, which will be around 10:30, so I'm led to believe. A lot of familiar faces in the chat. Now, the main topic of the night, as you might have guessed by now, you know how I get about these drones around airports, is an apparent sighting of a drone at Heathrow under very tenuous circumstances. So tonight I'm joined also by Jay from Walking Into the Unknown with Jay. Would you like to say hello, mate, and tell us a little bit about your channel?
How you doing, guys? All right. I'm sort of newish to droning. I've got a few flights in now. We're doing also exploring as well, adventure exploring. Check us out at Walking Into the Unknown with Jay.
Yeah, links to Jay's channel are in the description below, and links to Kraggs' channel are also below as well. So I'm just going to go through, say hello to a few people in the chat. I've just started this stream, so I'm just ironing out a couple of creases. I hope the stream quality is good. It should be. Okay, so I'm going to go through, do a quick roll call. 4x4 camping / drones, great to see you. Joseph Erickson, I hope you're well, mate. Flyer FPV, it is always a pleasure, mate, when you're in here. Hugo Era Drone, 4K, lovely to see you, mate. Just running through. Irish Explorer, that would be Jay's partner. So, you know, great to see you. You do now have the blue wrench as well. Fly Natural, are you all right, dude? Have you changed your logo, Fly Natural, or am I mixing you up with somebody else? Obviously, Walking Into the Unknown with Jay is in the chat. That's all good. Tyler James Outdoors. My goodness, we've got a lot of great channels in here tonight. Equinox Photography Bristol UK. Now, I'm pretty sure on this topic, Equinox Photography is going to offer his opinion for us. He always does. And it's always appreciated. So Leonard Shea, you know what I mean? Great to see you, mate. Raising 7 Munchkins, sorry, nearly mispronounced your name. That's cool. My goodness, the chat is flying tonight. I'm just trying to keep up with it. Okay. White Rose Adventures, awesome. Eagle VP, dude, how's it going? If it wasn't for Eagle VP, I wouldn't have met Canadian Drone Up. By association, I wouldn't have met most of the people here. So, sort of the beginning of my channel growing in the sort of fast rated as is down to Eagle VP, directly and indirectly. So, everyone visit Eagle VP for definite and say hello to him. ASAP Fishing, are you all right, buddy? And I think that's the roll call done. If I've not mentioned your name, please just hit us in the chat. Just say hello, and whenever I see anybody new come in, I will shout everybody out. Okay, that's all good. I've noticed in OBS that Jay's Skype window has gone a little bit mad, so I'm just going to sort that out. Skype and OBS seem to be a bit of a strange mix. It does tend to mess up on a regular basis. But I do have the placeholder pictures in the background just in case that messes up. You'll still get the audio, and then once I notice it, I'll sort it out. You know what I mean? I don't like messing about, do I? That's all good. So, I don't know if anybody knows much about this. It is mainly a UK news story, but these UK news stories do seem to be quite far-reaching at the minute. They do get heard about worldwide because it is BBC News who are chatting crap, basically. So, yeah, hello James Ward. I hope you're well, mate. Now, let me just reinforce the message, as it will. Essentially, visiting other people's channels, growing your channels, supporting other people is highly recommended in my streams. I can't stress it enough. I really, really can't. Okay, so if you see someone who you haven't seen before, I'm not saying go sub to everybody. It's not sub for sub. What I mean is if you like the content on the channel, let them know. Sub to him, let them know in the chat, let them know, comment on a video or whatever you like, you know. It's a free world. YouTube, it's a great platform for things like this, okay? Abandoned City Camo Crew, you alright, dude? Refers to me as Ava. That's good. That is my sort of shorthand name of my word. He says, yes, you have helped me, mate. Big respect. It's my pleasure, mate. Everybody who's here watching the stream is helping me. You know what I mean? It helps me to sort of do these streams. I think, well, I like doing the streams. People come into the streams. And, I mean, I used to do a gaming channel. I'm not kidding. Did this for about 3 years. I slogged away at this gaming channel and I'd live stream games. And for the most part, I'd have 0 people watching. I'll tell you what, it was almost cringy. I'd say it was cringy, actually. Just because you had nothing to bounce off, you know. And when you've got the energy in the chat and all the good comments, it really does help you stream because you've always got something like back and forth, you know, going with the chat. And it is much appreciated. Everybody who's in here, I can't stress it enough. So, Jay, obviously I was just having a chat with you for 15 minutes or whatever while I was setting up OBS. Have you not heard much about this Heathrow thing so far, or what do you know so far?
Well, are we going back to Gatwick? You know, that's the question.
We could. Yeah, Gatwick is going to come up, innit? It goes without saying that Gatwick is probably going to be mentioned a few times here. And don't get me wrong, this entire stream is probably going to divert off into many other subjects, but the main overruling theme is Heathrow, Gatwick Drone Gate, and essentially potential worldwide repercussions, not just UK repercussions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Martin Smith, great to see you, mate. Yeah, that is a good point, and this is something that we're going to get into now because even people who are not flying drones are calling what is happening, you know, mass drone hysteria. Yeah, so Martin Smith says, hi all, why is there so much drone hysteria with not a shred of evidence? Now, I have a couple of links to share with you about this supposed evidence for you to look at yourself, but obviously once I've spoke through some of the points, then I'll put them in the chat because I can't play the specific videos and I can't show specific websites on the stream. Don't want to get a copyright strike, not worth the hassle. So I'm just going to put the links in for all of you to go check out yourself, okay? EBRFPV, great to see you. Thanks for stopping by last night as well, watching me fail miserably at the drone simulator. But I got me 3 stars in the end. So, yeah, that's all good. PMDB, Paul from PMDB Entertainment, awesome guy, I'm not kidding. Really not. He is lovely. I'd recommend subbing him. He does great live streams. Just sits there, you know what I mean, kicking back, just chatting with everybody. And I've spent a lot of time chatting with him on his streams as well. So if you haven't checked him out, if you haven't checked anybody out, you know how it goes. Just check everybody out, you know. If you like it, subscribe to him. Canadian Drone Hub's in here. Awesome. How's it going, Roger? You all right, mate? I'm sure Jay would like to say hello to Canadian Drone Hub. Yes. Canadian Drone Hub, honestly, you help everybody out. You are the pillar of the community, you know. And without you, mate, I'm not kidding, this probably wouldn't be going on. I wouldn't have met so many great people. You do so much, mate, for the drone and YouTube community worldwide. So, yeah, I always say it on my streams, you know, I think of you more as worldwide drone hub. Internationally known, you are, Roger. I'm not kidding. Okay, so let's start with some of this Heathrow drone information. It's juicy. Okay, so I've got the BBC website up here of where the supposed report, the original report of what happened. And I'm going to read it sort of directly, paraphrase a little bit. That's all good. One sec, just keep up with the chat a second. Abandoned City Camo Crew says, I'm going to soon do a live stream due to Steve and Roger. I tell you what, mate, if you need any help with that, you know, you've got me on Facebook as well. Feel free to ask. I'm not kidding, mate. I'll help you in any way when it comes to these streams. I'll even do a guest spot if you like. I'm always one for a guest spot. You know what I'm like. Tyler James Outdoors, great to see you. Thanks for joining us. We are talking about Gatwick, UK drone incidents around airports, and yeah, okay. So I've got the BBC webpage up, and this is the article. Heathrow Airport, drone sighting halts departures. From yesterday, the 8th of January 2019. Hello, Leanne. I hope you're well. That is my best friend of like 20 years. It's his partner. So great to see you. I'm sure my mate Lee sat there having a watch of this as well. There is more drone news, as it were. Drone Gate continues. It never seems to end. So, headline: Heathrow Airport drone sighting halts departures. Okay, so this is the article. I'm going to read it direct, as we are. Departures at Heathrow were temporarily stopped after a drone was reported to have been sighted. Flights from the West London airport resumed about an hour after police said a drone had been seen. A Heathrow spokeswoman had said it was a precautionary measure to prevent any threat to operational safety. It comes after last month's disruption at Gatwick Airport, which saw thousands of people stranded when drones were sighted. With two links to different articles, one of them in bold: how can a drone cause so much chaos? And new powers to tackle illegal drone use. Already it's going down that dark path, innit? The article continues. The spokeswoman said Heathrow was working with air traffic control and the Metropolitan Police following the incident, and then in quotes, "We continue to monitor this situation and apologise to any passengers that were affected by this disruption," she said. Now this is where the story takes a very strange twist. And before I go into that, I'm just going to say hello to Ultimate Fish Keeping Show. Great to see you. It really is. Feel free to interact with everybody. Visit channels. I'm sure you know all that malarkey anyway. So the article continues. The Metropolitan Police said they have received reports of a drone sighting near Heathrow about 5:05 Greenwich Mean Time, which is just standard UK time. Before the confirmation that flights had resumed, Transport Secretary Chris Grayling said he was in contact with the airport about the drone sighting and had spoken to the Home Secretary and Defence Secretary. Now, here comes the very strange bit of evidence that is being touted as one of the key pieces of proof. Okay, tenuous. I've already put my own spin on it. I'm not a neutral reporter. I think you know that by now. So this is the next bit of the article. Are you following this, Jay? Am I speaking a bit quick, mate? You know what I get like, mate. So BBC cameraman Martin Roberts said he was driving on the M25 past Heathrow Airport at 17:45 GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, when he saw what he believes was a drone, right? Bearing in mind, BBC cameraman, right? Inverted commas, this is a quote, "I could see, I'd say, around 300 feet up, very bright, stationary, flashing red and green lights all over the Harmondsworth area," he said. "I could tell it was a drone. These things have got quite distinctive lights, not a helicopter. The lights were very close together. It was a very clear night, and the object was stationary. It was turning very, very slightly. I could see it very clearly, I'd say, for about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, now, let me just break this down for a second, right? BBC cameraman, right? You know, with a BBC who proper blew the Gatwick drone thing completely out the water. Now, a BBC cameraman spots a drone over Heathrow, like, reports it, right? And then watches it for 4 to 5 minutes, right? First of all, is driving along a motorway, right? So, if it's driving along a motorway at 70 miles an hour for 4 to 5 minutes, surely he would have gone past it. For two, 4 to 5 minutes is enough time to find a little lay-by or something to park up and get one of his numerous cameras out and get some footage. He's a bloody cameraman. That's his job. That is his way of life, right? Unless he's completely inept or incompetent. The first thing he'd want to be doing is getting footage of that drone, right? Honestly, this story goes on. The plot does thicken, and you know how I get about these things.
Well, according to The Guardian, this is The Guardian.
Okay.
They reckon it could be a copycat crime by the same people. That's what they say.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, man. I'm just going to carry on a second. There is a few thingies in the chat there. PD Tech, a BBC cameraman spotted a drone over Heathrow while driving down the M25 for a full 5 minutes. So where's the fantastic video? Well, I have a link to share with you of this. I don't think it's his video, but apparently there is a video of a drone over Heathrow. So I'm going to share that with you in a minute. Equinox Photography Bristol says he forgot to take the lens cap off. I mean, I'm not anywhere near a photographer, not even an amateur, and I know every time you got to take the lens cap off whenever you're using some sort of camera. Yeah, and then there's numerous other bits and bobs that go into Gatwick and whatnot. It's more sort of explaining the legacy of it all, you know. So, right then. Next up, I'm going to share this link with you. This is from the Sun website. Now, do you have some way of viewing this link, Jay? By any chance?
I'm just sort of like on chat on the phone and
okay.
On the whatever you're doing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so here's the link in the chat right now coming in of the Sun article, right? And please, I recommend you all go and check out this article because it's very BS. That is the best way I can put it. And the Sun is not known for the most accurate of reporting, and that's me being very nice. Yeah. There is a video of this drone, right? And it is, if you just scroll down the article, there's a picture of the planes all landed on the, you know, like the plane tracking thing. Then there's a picture of a police van outside of Heathrow, and then the next sort of bit of media is the video, and this is literally. It looks like it's quite a long clip, but it's not, right? It's like a 2-second clip played over and over again. I'm not kidding. And there is another clip as well. Just please check that article so you know what I'm on about. I can't play it on stream because I don't want copyright strikes. You know, I don't want the Sun coming after me. It's the last thing I want. You saw the way they handled them people at Gatwick, wrongly accused, you know what I mean? So I don't want to be in their crosshairs, to be fair. Now, that 34-second video, if you're watching it right now, that is the crappiest proof of drone since Gatwick. And I mean, probably even before Gatwick. That is a black sky with a couple of lights that could be a helicopter, right? And that is now being touted as the evidence of the drone at Heathrow. Doesn't prove when it is, where it was taken, or anything. I'm not kidding. That is apparently the drone.
Bear in mind, Steve, as well, also, RAF Norfolk's just north of Heathrow.
Mm.
So we're just sort of researching that.
Yeah. Now, yeah, that video is actually featured on here twice. But if you actually scroll down a bit more, and there is actually a link on that page to a Twitter article from the looks of things, which is another video playing. Right? Now you tell me. Right, sorry, you did get a little bit of audio there. Now, you try and tell me what that is. Right? That does not look like a drone to me. It might be a helicopter. I don't know. It's a 15-second clip. Right, please watch it. I don't know what that is. Nobody does. But with any unidentified light in the sky, it's going to be called drone, innit? So, yeah. I have just realised that the countdown is still on there. That's fine. I've just got rid of that. I don't know, Jay. My mind is boggling. Have you got anything to add at this point? Because there is a couple of other bits about this that I want to go into, and a couple more articles that do have a bit more information. What are your thoughts so far, mate?
Right, so we're just checking out RAF Norfolk, which is just north of Heathrow.
Mm.
And basically, it's home to 2,000 service personnel, RAF personnel. Also home to the AC, the C-130 Hercules as well. So could that have been something he's seen in the distance, slightly off key of the Heathrow? Because he doesn't give a position, does he? What junction he's at Heathrow on M25?
No, not at all. But if
we knew what junction we was at, we could get orientation from what he's looking at.
Yeah, well, that's not the way the BBC report things, is it?
No.
It's
absolutely.
BBC interviewing their own cameraman, so you can imagine how twisted that conversation's going to be.
Yeah.
Don't take that the wrong way, BBC. Don't sue me. I have no respect for you. That's my own honest opinion, but you know, I'm not encouraging anybody else to slag you off or whatever. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I think the way you've handled this drone thing has focused more on the hardship it's created for people rather than investigating the legitimacy of drone sightings. Simple as that. You haven't done any genuine reporting or investigation work. And that's your bloody job. We pay for that, right? Yeah. Right, which is different. I don't care what the Sun do. They're all to themselves. You buy the newspaper, you don't. You're forced to pay your TV license. That's a different story. Yeah, so let's sort of go into more this BBC cameraman article. I do have a couple of other bits of information, which I will go into, should I say? Not I can go into. I am going to go into these articles. So this BBC cameraman then, Martin Roberts, never heard of him, probably some sort of shill, to be fair, driving on the M25, which should be a British motorway, standard speed 70 mile an hour. So you're thinking in 5 minutes he has covered a fair distance, 4 to 5 minutes.
On M25?
On the M25, yeah.
Yeah.
Even around 5:45, you're still talking fast-moving speeds. And, I mean, even if you're talking rush hour or whatever, that there's got to be an opportunity to stop somewhere, get any sort of camera out. You'd imagine a BBC cameraman would be very, very well paid. Probably a very decent camera phone on him, at very least. And at very best, a professional level camera. If I was a cameraman as a trade, I'd have a camera on me at all times, a good one, right? Because you never know when that next story is going to land in your lap, right? and this is proof. Yeah, sorry, Jay, go on.
What's really difficult is what I'm trying to look at here is the actual M25 which goes past Heathrow. And there's 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, 5 massive roundabouts. Now this guy's watching this drone for 4 to 5 minutes, travelling at let's just say he was travelling at 40 miles an hour
Yeah.
for 45 minutes. So he's going through all these roundabouts as well, past Heathrow. So how can he watch a drone while going through roundabouts? And these are big roundabouts.
Yeah, and not only that, you've got to remember that the motorways are very, very well lit. There's a lot of light pollution from all them lights. So how he can see an object over the Harmondsworth area, 300 foot high, right, very, very clearly, right, for 4 to 5 minutes, while travelling on a motorway with all that light pollution, travelling at speed, and he says it was, you know, it was turning very, very slightly. You know, the object was stationary. So he's driving along, for example, and he's got his head out the window like that, say. I don't know which side he was on, but he's driving like that. What is he, the Exorcist? You know what I mean? You know, and when you're driving, you know, the law states you've got to be paying attention to the road. So why is glued his eyes to that for 4 to 5 minutes? And for one split second, you'd look away and you'd lose it in all that light pollution, wouldn't you? Now, a lot of people were saying that there was actually a police helicopter hovering round once the flights were grounded. So, obviously, the police said they received reports of a drone about 5:05. So, why? You know, oh man, I tell you what, my brain just frazzles with some of these things because it is angering me, and I don't usually get wound up about things, but when things are being so mishandled the way they are, I have to do these streams. I feel like it's like a service to the drone community by dispelling a lot of this false information, or information I deem to be false anyway. And a lot of other people do. Even people who don't fly drones are thinking this is an absolute farce. 1 second, my dog's messing about. He needs a seat. My dog's just pulled up a seat next to me there. I'm just going to say hello to a few people in the chat. There he is. Gary Foster's Brant Aerials. I hope you're doing well, mate. Sorry, I was on a bit of a rant there. I'm just going to read a few of these comments out real quick before we move on to another bit of article. Okay. PMDB says, I avoid the BBC at all costs. Equinox Photography says he's got a finger on the lens. Yeah. PD Tech, yeah, Flyer FPV, good to see you. EBR FPV, didn't it say he had a drone himself? Probably wanted to get that to make some nice footage of the spotted drone from the air. That is something I've not actually thought about, but yeah, okay. Yeah, well, if the Sun published it, it must be legit. Bun the Sun, okay. Lauren Amy, my partner, says, tell me about it, PD Tech. The only reason why people buy the Sun is for the page 3 girl. Equinox Photography comes straight in with it wasn't a drone, it was a UFO. I've just noticed further down. Kraggs is in the chat. Give me 2 minutes, please, Kraggs, and I'm gonna get you in on the stream, mate. Please be ready on Skype in a couple of minutes. I assume you're ready anyway from the Facebook conversation. PD Tech says it's just becoming mass hysteria now over drones. That's the thing, innit? Now anything seen in the sky, any pilot report is going to be a drone, innit? It's a bird. No. So just say it was a drone. And don't get me wrong, jumbo jets, right, are designed to withstand some pretty heavy hits. You know, you could get a frozen turkey, I'm not kidding, right, and fire it into a jet engine when it's on, and I don't think it'd do much damage. A few tests were done. I haven't seen any footage of that, but I have read reports of different tests have done on jet engines. Now, there was the article from the, I think it was the, what was it called? The Boston Dynamics University or something like that. I'll have to look that up real quick, just because I don't want to be misreporting. Drone, yeah, airplane wing, because I just want to make sure. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't. It was University of Dayton Research Institute put a video out which is touted as being what would happen if a drone hit an aeroplane wing. I am going to find that that link for you, right? I'm going to try and catch this before any audio plays, just because I don't want to get in trouble for it. Now, I'm going to put this link in the chat. This is to the University of Dayton Research Institute. Now, this video itself on what damage would be done to an aeroplane wing by a drone has been thoroughly debunked to a point where DJI have messaged them, and I've seen the conversation backwards and forth, and actually asked them politely to remove the video because they're spreading misinformation, basically. Obviously, they have a vested interest to protect their drone industry, their drone business, but a lot of drone companies are gone. That's completely wrong. You shouldn't be doing that, and then touting that as evidence of what had happened to a plane wing if a drone hit it, basically. Let's have a quick look through this chat then. Keep up on the chat. I'm just going to spend 1 minute getting Kraggs into the conversation. So please prepare for that invite, please, Kraggs. You're about to come in. I am working this out in the background, so please just bear with me a second. That's it. I'm just going to add someone in. There he is. Just working this out, and then Kraggs will also be with us. Okay. There we go. Feel free to accept that call. Kraggs, are you in, mate? Let me know when you're in the chat. Okay, just while he's there, I'm going to read out some of these comments. White Rose Adventure says, I'm going to drive an RC car down the motorway, see if the army come. And the memes just don't stop, do they? There is a meme of that, the RC boat, isn't there? And saying, oh, Dover Port's been closed, reportings of a remote control boat or something, one of the memes. Yeah, Abandoned City Camo Crew says, media had no news, so I had to create it. Now, I do have a point to make about that in a bit. Gary Foster's Brant Aerials, the Canadian Minister of Transport, Mark Garneau, I'm guessing. Hello, Kraggs. Hello?
Hi, bud.
Hello? Are you there, mate?
I think so.
Are you there? I think we've, yeah, 1 second, I am just working on this. Getting it all working fine. I do need to just have a quick rejig on here. But it's not quite working the way I want it to. Okay. Yeah, that seems to have messed everything up. Kraggs, Kraggs, come on,
Oh, dear.
you know, that's all good. Kraggs, I'm trying to add you into this conversation, mate. Come on. Get in on this, mate. What you doing? There we go.
I'm here.
Hello, mate. You all right? Go on.
Can't see anybody yet.
Go on. Turn your cam on, mate. Yeah, you won't see me, mate. I have to turn my camera off in the conversation to make this even remotely possible.
Hey.
Hello, mate. You all right?
You see me now? Brilliant.
Yeah, I can see you, mate. Just give me 1 second, and I'm going to put you through on the stream. I do understand you could only just join us now, so that's all good. I'm just adding you in. Just doing like the studio mode thingy in the background. Now, for some reason, that has completely messed with everything.
I can't see you.
and Jay's gone into a really strange sort of face as well. I'm completely unsure what's going on. Yeah, I'll be honest. I do know when things aren't going right. And for now, I may have to just leave the pictures the way they are. Are you guys happy to stay in the chat as it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, your picture's frozen, Jay, but I mean, you look like you look like you're musing over something anyway.
Oh, is Kev back? He's back.
Kev, you all right, mate?
Yeah.
I'll take one
That
more.
might have been my fault, actually.
Yeah. I invited you to this chat, and then I think you've rung me, and I've accepted it, and then it's pulled us out of the chat, so it's gone and like ballsed everything up basically.
All right.
Well done, Kraggs.
Sorry, mate. I'll try not to do it again.
No, it's okay, mate. It's okay. I'm just trying to work it out, if you know what I mean. But it seems to have locked up my OBS Skype settings completely. So, J Skype. There we go. I'm just going to retry this really quick. I really do want you to get on with cams. But if not, that's all good. I'm going to do the transition now, which will literally...
Okay.
Yeah. Transition. Okay.
That's not showing that on mine.
Yeah. Right, we are on the go. I am having to stick with the placeholder pictures because that has messed things up. And the only way I'd know how to solve it is to stop the stream and mess about. And I'm not really willing to do that, if I'm honest, when you can hear everybody completely fine. Is everybody on the stream happy with that?
I'm okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, so Kraggs has just come in. Make sure to check out his channel. Links to his channel are in the description below, unless Kraggs wants to put something in the chat. Say hello to him. A very good friend of mine. You know, much props. You know what I mean? So, you know, make sure you check him out.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Gary Foster's Brant Aerials. Right, I'm back at the point. The Canadian Minister of Transport, Mark Garneau, I'm guessing, cited the Gatwick and Heathrow incidents today when handing down new Canadian drone regulations today. And this is the thing, innit? This is becoming worldwide cited news. Yeah, it's irritating. And like I say, it is becoming internationally known. You know, and the UK is starting to look very, very sort of incapable of dealing with a single drone, right? I'm just reading through the chat really quick, because I have a few pretty good points to make. PD Tech, Steve, surely wouldn't a BBC cameraman pull over, get out and get some damn good video of something which is very much a hot topic news item, or am I missing something? And that's the thing, innit? That's his job. That's his way of life. He's a bloody cameraman. You should expect it from him. Everyone wants footage of a drone over an airport, and then at least somebody can go, look, there was that one. Maybe the others were real. Rochelle Prickett, I hope you're doing well. What up from Utah? Oh, what up from Roy, Utah, USA? Great to see you, and I'm new on your YouTube channel. I do believe I met you on either HSFL's channel or B-Town's channel. That's all good, you know. That's all good indeed. PD Tech, is everyone aware the results of the drone consultation are up on the .gov UK website? It's a long read, 68 pages, but lots of info about new legislation they are bringing in over drones, and I know, and it's looking pretty terrible, isn't it? And these supposed drone sightings aren't helping one bit either. Tyler James Outdoors says he's 3 away from 400. It says 40 originally. He has amended that to 400. So if you've not checked out Tyler James, we do like to get people to certain milestones on the stream. Please check him out. You know what I mean? Make his night or day or wherever you are in the world. Okay. Just reading through the chat. Raising 7 Munchkins. If Amazon get their way, the sky will be full. Yeah, full of their own drones. Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. That's a sad future. Yeah, White Rose Adventure. I think it was a smart drone, and all it wanted was to hitch a lift back to Russia on a bigger plane. Oh, crikey. Okay. Yeah, we do like outlandish theories. I'm just resizing this Skype window a little bit so I can see what's going on. That's cool. I do apologise to you guys and to the people watching that the webcam windows for these guys seem to have glitched out. I don't know how to sort it. And midstream, I'm happy to just keep rolling, to be fair. Yeah, lol, walking into the unknown with Jay is frozen in time. It's a good job I picked good placeholder pictures for you, innit? And got that all ready.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. That's a great expression on Kraggs' cam. Yeah, that's how he looks all the time. I'm not kidding.
Permanently surprised.
Looks like Kraggs' camera froze as a terrorist drone flew into his window. Let me guess, he got no footage of it. White Rose Adventures. We do want that drone footage over an airport, but as we know, that's causing trouble. We need proof. The public wants proof, don't they? You know, the drone community needs to see some sort of proof of Gatwick and Heathrow, because it's what's influencing all these terrible new laws coming in.
Yeah.
Martin Smith says, I think a lot of this is to try and distract the general public from Brexit, homelessness, and the yellow vests. None of this new regulations will make any difference. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, mate. That's much appreciated, and that is one of the points that I'm going to be talking about later, because I have an article or two up my sleeve yet, so please bear with me on that. Just Froze got them at angles. Yeah. That's it. EBRFPV. I bet Heathrow will be bought by the French in a couple of days. Haunted Explorers is in. Great to see you, mate. He says, hi, walking into the unknown. So you've got a hello there. PMDB Entertainment is saying hello to everybody. This is what I like. This is all good. White Rose Adventure says, did Jay use a drone to take a picture of him on the toilet? Come on, I just want to hear your response to that, Jay. Do you have out to add to that before I move on in the chat and on to some other articles?
Not really.
That's a good one, though. That's tickled me.
Yeah,
good one, White Rose. You do always you do crack me up. Abandoned City Camo Crew says there's a big yellow vest march around the country this weekend. And I think there has been a few smaller ones as well around the place. Haunted Explorers, I've got the Haunted box I'm going to open live. Yeah, please put in the chat when that's going to be, mate, because I'd like to join you for that. Stephen Pilcher, I hope you're good, mate. Hi from Australia. From Australia, you know. We have discussed many times on the my Sunday night tinfoil hat conspiracy live stream. We have gone into a discussion about whether Australia exists or not. Don't be offended at me for saying that. I don't believe that. We're talking about the flat earth theory. Please let us know in the chat that Australia does exist, and then I can rest easy tonight. Honestly, these flat earthers. But that's a different story altogether. We'll save that for Sunday night, because I've got a few good things brewing for them as well. Oh, I am on fire at the minute. Now, here we go. Right, here comes something quite interesting. Yeah. At the same time, all of this was going on. All of this Heathrow stuff, drone, whatever. I'm going to put the link to this in the chat so you can see it for yourself. Did I even put the link to that? What was it? University of Dayton thingy in there? No. I forgot to hit the OK on that. That's the University of Dayton Institute research video of them firing drones at aeroplane wings. In completely, they've sort of touted it as scientific, but it's not. It's been thoroughly debunked, and to a point where the drone companies are like, we're not happy about you circulating that. But now it's on the net. It's constantly touted as proof because they don't know that it's been there's any sort of counter argument to it, basically. So they just roll with it as the truth. You know how it goes. Stephen Pilcher says, is there another drone scare in this real world? Yes. Yesterday at Heathrow, a drone was spotted over the over Heathrow, the UK's largest and busiest airport, and I believe it's one of the busiest airports in the world, and shut it down for, I believe it was about an hour and a half. No credible evidence. A BBC cameraman is said to have been there for a direct line of sight with it for 4 to 5 minutes, yet managed to capture no footage. Extremely fishy business again. It stinks just like Gatwick did. Now I'm going to post a new article there. Right now, the same time that all this Heathrow stuff was going on and trending in the news, completely overrode this article from the BBC. Brexit, 20 Tory rebels inflict no deal defeat on government.
Yeah.
At exactly the same time, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I do believe it is a distractionary technique at very least, and a deliberate campaign to harm the drone community I'd say at the very worst, but it's not at the very worst, is it? They just seem to be never ending, these stories and whatnot, and it is very, very boring. Not boring in a way like it bores me, but it's very irritating. Yeah, Steve Pilcher, not good for drone owners' image. Exactly. Apparently this is being referred to now by the Canadians as well. Now, there is multiple sort of implications for this. The most obvious one is heavy restrictions on drones. Another one is that essentially all you'd need to do to shut down any British airport is ring up and say you've seen a drone. Because that's apparently what happened at Heathrow. They didn't investigate how legitimate the claim was. They just literally went, shut it down. Shut it all down. There's a drone. You know what I mean? Which seems a little bit... It's a little bit much, innit? What's your thoughts so far, Jay? I'll go with you, mate, because I'm lighting me ciggy. I'm kicking back for a minute. What do you reckon?
I just think there's so much going on in England at the moment, isn't it, with this Brexit and everything else, and maybe it is all distractions and stuff. Maybe it is all that, or maybe it's just another way of, people always have something in life, don't they? And maybe loads of people are buying drones, so it's like a thing saying, well, okay, people's buying drones, well, let's tax them. Let's find a way to make people have to have some sort of license to fly a drone, or legislation. Because looking on that BBC sort of thing, they're on about the police are getting new powers, aren't they? Is it November? So maybe, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know the truth. That's the problem. We don't know the truth. And what do we believe? The news is all rubbish and lies.
Yeah.
So where'd you go with it? That's the thing.
Okay. Kev, what's your thoughts on this so far, mate? I don't know if you caught the first half of the stream so far.
A small amount of it, yeah. I get what this is all about, though. As soon as I saw it come up on the news, my heart sunk.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go again.
Here we go again, indeed.
Yeah.
So, I have now got an article up here from The Verge. I don't know how reliable this source is, so I'm posting this and I'm reading it with a pinch of salt, as it were. I'm going to read this out. I have just posted the article if you want to see it for yourself. There we go. This is from January the 5th, 3 days before this apparent drone was spotted. This is the headline. London's Heathrow and Gatwick airports have purchased their own anti-drone systems. Okay. And looking through this, here we go. I'll sort of have a look. That's sort of giving it a bit of backstory. I'll skip to the paragraphs that sort of matter. Heathrow and Gatwick confirm they've spent millions to acquire and install their own military-grade anti-drone apparatus, while Scotland's Edinburgh Airport has also indicated that it's taking precautions with foot patrols and to expand no-fly zones. While 2 people were arrested after the incident in December, they were quickly released. I don't know why they're even being referenced anymore, to be fair, and authorities have yet to make further arrests. Because, I mean, if you skim reading that, it sounds like someone has been arrested for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, neither airport indicated what technology they've fielded, but they've indicated that they will provide a similar level of protection as what the Army brought with it in December. That system was reportedly manufactured by Israeli defence contractor Rafael, which allows operators to jam a drone's radio signals and allow it to land safely. So, if they brought them anti-drone systems in, military grade, for Gatwick, why haven't they got a drone? Nah, man. None of this is making sense to me. Okay, according to the BBC, the British military has since removed its equipment from Gatwick. I don't know why they do that, do you? The incident has sparked a larger conversation about the threat that consumer drones pose to the country's infrastructure. Mere sightings of a drone which weren't photographed and which authorities say might not have existed was enough to shut down a major transportation hub for several days. Now that final paragraph there is a very good sum up of the state of the situation right now, isn't it? And I sort of respect this article more, that they've actually mentioned that authorities say it might not have existed rather than it being the Gatwick drone incident, you know, which is how the BBC report it. They will not listen to any view or report in any way that Gatwick wasn't a drone, even when police chiefs, officials, people who were there are saying that there probably wasn't a drone, you know. And any sightings of drones were the police drones that were looking for drones. Right? So which weren't actually revealed to be on the site at the time that the Gatwick thing was going on. Yeah, okay. Let's have a quick read through some of these comments. White Rose, I was going to say, is an actor in on the whole thing. I'm assuming we're talking about Stephen Pilcher. That is the view of the Flat Earthers, that every Australian is an actor. They just pretend. You know, I don't believe that. I think that's absolutely silly. Rob Random says, BBC, broken British community's view on this is so unbiased, lol. It is so unbiased. You know, and that is low-level sarcasm there. White Rose Adventures should do a drone protest, fly 600 drones over an airport. Still not pictures will be recorded. Yeah. Stephen Pilcher, not good for drone owners' image. I do agree. Abandoned City Camo Crew, once again distraction. Yeah. Fly Natural, they didn't see anything. Pardon my language. I did exchange a word out there. Yeah, they just needed to blame something they didn't know how to explain. Yeah. White Rose Adventures. Someone take a Thomas the Tank Engine toy to King's Cross and roll it around. Maybe they'll evacuate. Oh, blooming heck. I know, yeah. Model train spotted at King's Cross. Fly Natural, yeah, is saying, hello, Abandoned City Camo Crew. You know what I mean? I'll repeat it again for anybody who's new in. Please, you know, visit everyone's channels. Check everyone out. I do like it. The community grows. And that's how we all get to where we want to be. You know what I mean? By supporting each other. Rob Random, they ordered dolphins with freaking laser beams on their heads to combat drones. Austin Powers reference. Yeah, okay. White Rose Drone Adventures London anti-drone kit includes Boris bikers on the runway with knives on the end of long sticks. Oh, plumbing heck. Yeah, Fly Natural, it makes no sense to anyone. Yeah. Fly Natural says if there was a drone involved, someone would have snapped a shot of it with their phone, or the airport video surveillance cameras would have captured something. Exactly. Now, the cameras at UK airports are them 360 ones. They'll be everywhere. So there'll be a control centre where they can be manoeuvring the cameras. So, yeah, if there was a drone in the sky, I'm pretty sure they can capture it. Leaf stops King's Cross or snow. So, what are your thoughts on that then, Kraggs, so far? Offer us your opinion.
It's the same as the first one, isn't it? I mean, it's just nothing about it rings true. You know, again, why no pictures? I mean, I know there's a bit of fuzzy film of a drone doing something, possibly, and that's about it. It just amazes me. There should be loads of evidence, and there's none, or very little.
Okay, so I'm just going to sort of spam the chat a second with links to these articles. This is the original BBC News article, where they have the direct quote from the BBC cameraman, who had direct line of sight while travelling down the M25. He had direct line of sight for 4 or 5 minutes. Didn't bother to try and get any footage in any capacity, and obviously 4 or 5 minutes travelling on the M25. Why didn't he just go past it? Why has he got direct line of sight? Does he have 360 neck rotation? I don't know.
It's probably a turtle.
I don't know. This is another link. For anybody new in, I'm just citing my own sources, just so yeah, no one can say that I'm just chatting absolute crap. I am referring to these specific sources for you to all go check them out, okay? From different media outlets, and this is obviously mainstream news, isn't it? BBC and The Sun. So yeah, that's it. I'm just going to read the chat a second. Think I got everyone here, says Abandoned City Camo Crew. Got your back, Kraggs, says Rob Random. That's cool. Fly Natural, yeah, as our lovely president says, fake news. I don't know if I'd get away with playing that clip on stream, just where President Trump says, "You're fake news." You know, I think I need that as a sound clip at very least. Yeah, Rob Random, to be fair, if you try and video a drone with a phone, it has to be within 100 metres to see it. They ain't so big. Now, this is the problem, mate, because apparently at the time this was reported, it would have been night time, right? Over an airport, which was closed, obviously flights landed. Somebody would be able to have some kind of camera which could zoom in on it, at very least, and see it in some sort of reasonable way to go, that is most probably a drone, to be fair, rather than what is this footage we're looking at? You know, I'm Hooked TV says, hello, just thought I'd stop by and hit the thumbs up. Great to see you, mate. It's great you can join us, even if you're not sticking around. I do appreciate that you've popped in, very much so. PD Tech says, Steve, apparently FPV UK offered their expertise on the alleged Gatwick drone incident. They could have easily flown a squadron of FPV racer drones to intercept and bring down the rogue drone. Now, yeah, the UK police have their own drone units. I think the main anti-drone system that you'd need in the UK would just be one policeman with his drone. That'd be it, just to follow any other drone. Mind blown. That's all you'd need. Oh, we've got reports of a drone at the end of the runway. All right, stop the flights a minute. I'll send mine up, and I'll follow it back to where it is. I mean, what is there not to understand? You know what I mean? You don't need multi-million-pound anti-drone equipment. You really don't. That's called EBR FPV, but they do cite absolute crap. Oh wait, sorry. But you do cite absolute crap. To be fair, I'm having to cite this because this is the main article related to the thing. I don't agree with the BBC and a lot of things they do, but it's the article I have to cite because it's the original one that goes into the most detail. This is essentially the official story so far, so I do have to cite it. Fly Natural, that would be awesome. Steve, have to have that clip saved. Yeah, I think so. And every now and again, just "you're fake news" at the BBC. Fly Natural, even if it was night, most drones have indicator lights that blink. Stephen Pilcher says, what is the purpose? Scaremongering or distractionary techniques. I will post a link to an article that goes on, and I generally don't like to get political as such, but when there is genuine sort of heavy politics going on, which affects everybody in the country, and as soon as it comes to something to do with Brexit and how badly that's going, that's when a drone seems to appear at an airport. Right. And cause mass hysteria, and the news just rolls with it and plays it up. And yeah, it is getting tedious now, because I'm willing to bet this is not going to be the last incident. Okay, Ultimate Fish Keeping says, sorry I was away for a bit. That's fine. That's the nature of YouTube, mate. You can drop in, drop out. It's all good. You know what I mean? But I appreciate that you're here, okay? Rob Random, pretty sure an air rifle or even a paintball gun would take down a drone easy. And I believe in one of the previous streams, somebody mentioned, I think it might have been PD Tech, he said he was going to invent a loo roll cannon, a toilet roll cannon to take down drones. You know, like just feeds them in, you know, and just launches never-ending loo rolls. Yeah, that's cool. Stephen Pilcher is getting all sorts of support from PD Tech there. So next up then is it was only New Year's Day morning that the New Zealand police force apparently had their helicopter out, a top of the range one, you know, with the forward-looking infrared camera, and essentially they spotted a drone in the sky, quite a distance away apparently, but the official story is that it missed the helicopter by 5 meters. That's the official story now. It started off at 10 meters. Now it's been reduced. No, it was 5 meters or less. And essentially with this forward-looking infrared camera, they got no footage of the drone at all and had time to fly away right back to base when they should have been doing the job. Why not? I mean, an helicopter, most of them can do 200 miles an hour, easy. At very least, you'd just climb. An helicopter can climb faster than a drone, I'm sure of it. If you climb in an helicopter, that prop wash is just going to blow that drone out the sky. And I have seen that happen. There was another show in Hawaii, I believe, or Florida. I can't remember. It's one of them sort of like tropical type states, you know, with the palm trees and whatnot. And essentially there was like a windsurfing show on the go. The rights to film it had been bought. They had their own drones on the go. And a drone that they identified as not their own, that was flying around, they sent their own helicopter, the recording company, above it and blasted it out the sky down into people in boats, right? It didn't last like a second, and it just got fired into the water from the helicopter's prop wash. You know, it is mass hysteria at the minute. A drone is not going to take down a plane. It's not going to take down a helicopter. And I wish I saved this article now, because there was an article by a pilot of like 20 years, been flying jumbo jets 20 years, and he said he is not bothered about drones one bit. He said, even if I fly into a drone, even if I see a drone, I'd report it, but I'd still be happy to take off. Just for the sheer fact I know of the tests that have been done, you know, simulating drone strikes, bird strikes that have been done scientifically and officially, that you wouldn't take down a plane with a drone. Simple as that. Worst you'd do is blow an engine. That's it. It won't go through a windscreen. You know, these things are over-engineered to stay in the sky, you know, so that's it. PD Tech, yeah, I'm working on the designs of my anti-drone loo roll cannon, and that is a reference to, I don't know if any of you have seen it, there's like that meme, there was while Gatwick was going on. It's in a football stadium, and a drone goes slowly floating by, and someone throws some toilet roll, like a streamer, and it hits the drone and takes it down. And there was the meme, do you know what I mean? Gatwick are looking to invest in new anti-drone technology, which I found highly, highly amusing. So, yeah, good-o. Fly Natural, you can train hawks to take down drones. I saw an awesome video of I think that means peregrine falcon chasing an FPV drone for a snack. It was mind-blowing. Yes, and I have seen this, but the problem is you get large predatory birds hanging around airports, and then you create another problem, don't you? So, yeah, indeed. But not only that, if you get a large industrial drone, you got a chance of harming the animal as well, haven't you? So, Psycho Ghost Trackers, Great to see you. I hope you're doing well. I am loving that there's so many, new people coming in tonight, and people who I know. That's all good. I do love the support you all give me. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, just reading through this chat. Yeah, Rob Random. A drone with a laser pen attached will be their worst nightmare. Oh, blooming heck. So, yeah, I'm sorry I am neglecting my guests, as I so often do. Jay, do you have anything to add on this so far, mate? Anything?
I don't know.
Anything at all, mate?
I just got to see where it all goes, and it's, for now, it's obviously going worldwide now, and this big drone thing. Oh, there's these drones in here, all these airports and helicopters and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, maybe we do fly pretty close at sometimes. I don't know. What's the truth? That's the thing, isn't it? We're all run by media, and media. Oh well, it's got to be true because it's in the papers. But I'm a big believer of. I don't even think there was any drones.
Nope.
As we pointed out earlier on in the chat, I think it's just one big massive distraction. Yeah. To point away from the truth.
Yeah, and I will keep relinking the articles that I'm talking about as well. So every now and again, you'll see a load of links come in the chat from me. They are the media articles that I'm referring to in this instance. Yeah, sorry, Jay.
It's that BBC guy. The only way he can go past that airport is westbound, and when I'm looking westbound at that airport, and I'm seeing all those big roundabouts, and this guy is following this drone for 4 to 5 minutes with all these big roundabouts, unless he's actually sat there stationary. So if he was stationary, like we say, why did he not get the camera out? There's just too much going on. I don't know if anybody's been on the M25. I have. It's mental. It's madness. You don't have time to look anywhere except eyes forward. No, I don't believe a word of it.
Yeah, and not only that, because it's at night time, like I say, you've got all the motorway lights as well, and they are bright, aren't they? Yeah. I don't know how you'd see a drone over that way, 300 foot high, at night, with all that light pollution. I do not have a clue how he's managed to do that.
It could have possibly been another aircraft from another direction. Like I said to you, RAF north of Heathrow, not many miles away, and it could have been a C-30 gunship going in and out of there, or not even anything anyway.
Now, do you think that maybe it might be a matter of perspective, that it was maybe another plane, either travelling towards a set angle or away in such a way where it does look stationary in the sky? Because, I mean, if you're looking at something you don't know the size of it necessarily, then it's hard to gauge how far away that is in the night sky, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's true, because me spending since I was 7-year-old at airfields, watching jets come from miles away and obviously go from miles away, it could have very well been that. Sometimes jets do look stationary when they're flying.
Okay. Kraggs, do you have anything to add, mate?
The thing that occurs to me, whatever the truth of this or the Gatwick drone, is that inevitably there's going to be real drones. There are plenty of knobheads out there. That this has become such a big story. It's going to put ideas into people's heads. It's going to become a real story at some point.
Yeah. Do you think this is maybe going to influence copycats, maybe?
Yeah, that's exactly what I think is going to happen. I'm amazed it hasn't so far. I expected quite a lot more stories, to be honest. Then it seemed to die down. I was quite relieved about that.
Yeah. Now, what the worrying sort of concept is here is that essentially, now anybody who wanted to shut an airport, they know exactly what to do now, don't they?
Yeah.
One phone can now shut down the UK's busiest airport. It's official, right? One phone, you know what I mean? You just ring up. I think there's a drone flying round. Oh, quick, shut everything down. Get the news in here, quick. Have you got any footage? No, don't matter. We don't need it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. How certain are you that you saw it? 20%? That's enough. You know? That's enough for us. Yeah. Okay. Stephen Pilcher says, in the UK, do DJI use geofencing? Yes, they do. Yes, indeed they do. Into any GPS drone. But the thing is, a lot of drones, especially FPV drones, don't use GPS. But I'm willing to bet that if a drone's hovering there in the air, it's not going to be a racing drone, because these things don't have position lock or anything. I know you can hold them in position quite effectively, but why would anybody be flying an FPV drone and not, you know, ripping major balls, as it were? So trying to be nice and cool and hip there, it didn't pay off. It was a bit cringy, I'm sorry. Yeah. Abandoned City Camo Crew, thanks for the shout there, mate. Don't forget to hit the like button. I don't say it very often, but obviously I think if people are enjoying the stream, that happens anyway. Sometimes I just, you know what I mean, quick, hit the like button. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who has, okay? Hell's House Paranormal, hello! I hope you're well. I've spent a lot of time in your streams watching your haunted house cams. Very, very entertaining. You have a great community as well. 1 second, I'll just put that blue wrench on you right there. You do deserve it. EBR FPV, I love the quote. The lights were close together the most. That really is awesome. Yeah, this is the thing, innit? PD Tech, distance is very hard to judge at night. Could have been a plane a lot higher up. And this is what I mean. Say if you're looking at a plane that's travelling directly away from you, it's all a matter of perspective. So if that plane's travelling directly away, and especially slightly raising altitude, it's going to look, if it's a fair distance away, it's going to look like it's stationary. And if you're at a slight angle, it's going to look like it's listing either direction. And if you're travelling, it's definitely going to look like it's turning, isn't it? Slightly, as he mentions, as is quoted by the BBC, their own cameraman. Okay, Rob Random, I have a flight path that goes over me that makes a plane look like it's stationary for ages until it gets really close. Exactly. And once again, perspective comes in, doesn't it? Walking into the unknown with Jay. Anyone know Heathrow's phone number? I'm not even going to entertain that joke, mate. You know what I mean? But thanks for your input. Please, nobody put Heathrow's phone number in here. I don't want to be responsible for another incident because people are posting the phone number on here. Yeah, we've seen a drone from Grimsby. It was definitely a drone. We ain't got any footage though. PD Tech, I think there could be a lot of copycat idiots actually trying this for a bit of 15-minute fame. That is going to be the problem. That is going to be the problem. You just think you don't even need a drone to have a drone incident these days. You just need a phone. So it's more of a phone incident, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to call it from now on. Phone gate. Okay, so Proper FPV has supported Irish Explorer. That's all good. Hell's House Paranormal with many, many kisses. Much love. That's all good. Right. Go on, I'll go back to Jay then, mate. Do you have anything else to add about possible perspectives or anything else that it might have been on the night?
Yeah. The news. Let's go back to the news. It always seems to be the BBC. Everything, that's going on, it always seems to be the BBC reports. I'm trying to find other reports, and all I can find, what about some other news, like ITV News or some other? I can't find anything substantial except The Guardian and BBC.
Yeah, sorry to override you a bit, mate. If anybody finds any other articles about this, please post them in the chat. You've got blue wrenches. You will be able to post links. That's all good. So if you've found another article that either supports or contradicts any of this, please post it in the chat, and I will give it a read on the stream. And credit where credit's due. That's how I operate. Okay, that's all good. Okay, so Kraggs, what do you reckon, mate? Do you have anything else to add? Possible perspectives or any other ideas about how this might have come to fruition, as it were?
Well, certainly, the perspective angle's an interesting one. Certainly, a helicopter, particularly if it's a fair way away, may look like the way it moves and everything may look a bit like a drone. I suppose, yeah. I mean, the lights on it would look rather similar, I would have thought.
Well, that's the thing. Apparently, the police did send up a helicopter to search for a drone. And as we know, these police helicopters have forward-looking infrared. So they've got infrared cameras on them, right? So why they're not capturing footage of drones? And they had 2 of them in the air during the Gatwick incident as well. No footage of a drone. And I've seen what a drone looks like on a police infrared helicopter camera. They glow, mate. They are bright white. And I tell you what, when these are flying, this thing at the bottom of here is called a heat sink. Right, it's the bottom panel, this metal thing with all the lines. The circuitry inside a drone, especially the good ones, gets red hot. There's an intake fan behind the front bit here. You can't see it from there. But behind there is an intake fan, and then it actually blows air out the back. So it essentially runs like a PC would that needs like cooling and everything. And there are drones far more sophisticated than that one. I'll tell you what, when you've landed that, you've had 15 minutes in the air and you land it, that is quite almost painful to the touch. It's that hot. So infrared cameras against the cold night sky would glow. No matter what drone it is. I don't care which drone it is, they would glow. Okay. Let's have another quick read through then on the comments. Stephen Pilcher thinks it's only the start of these sort of events. It most probably is, mate. Gatwick was the beginning. This is just a follow-on. Anything near an airport now is going to be reported as a drone. Now, here's a funny thing. 3 days after the Gatwick incident, someone rang the police. Oh, I've seen another drone, and this was in a housing estate close to Gatwick. Oh, there's another drone hovering round. You know, and the police were called. They went to investigate, and do you know what it was? It was the light on top of a crane.
Yeah.
You know, really. And then that was run as a news story. I'm not kidding. That run as a news story. Did you see that article, Kev?
I don't think I did, no.
That ran as a news story. New drone sighting near Gatwick, it was called.
Yeah.
That was the headline. But when you read it, oh no, it turned out to be the light on top of a crane. You know what I mean? Everyone's embarrassed now. But they didn't do that. Any headline with drone in it is a good headline these days. Yeah, that's cool. Centroid aerial images. Mark, how is it going, buddy? I assume you've not been in on the stream so far because you've been fixing yourself a new tinfoil hat. And yeah, I am going to... you'll see on Sunday night. If you don't know about my Sunday night conspiracy stream with guests, please check that out. It's at the same time as this one is, but it's on a Sunday, so it's 10 PM UK time, 5 PM Eastern time. Get guests, all different sort of persuasions, beliefs, locations, and we talk about mainstream and obscure conspiracy theories and go into details, trying to work out what is going on. Okay, with all of that, that's cool. Yeah, Ultimate Fish Keeping says, I'm away now. Thanks for the live stream. Take care. Have a great week. Good night. All the best, mate. Thank you for coming in. Most probably left now, but, you know, if you haven't checked him out, I assume it's a him. I'm sorry. If you haven't checked them out, please do. That's cool. Just reading through. And I'm liking the chat tonight. Everybody is supporting everybody, saying hello to everybody. That's the community I like, and you guys make it so good. Hello, Spammy. I hope you're doing well. Great to see you again. We've got Rod Piker in here. And I tell you what, Rod Piker from Northern Ireland, he does some great drone videos, and he's got better skills than me as well. I'll openly admit that. That's cool. Walking into the Unknown with Jay says, I think you're right, Steve. What was you specifically referring to there, Jay?
It was the other Steve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Yeah, okay. It's like, yeah, you can chat, you know. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Abandoned City Camo Crew. Rod says, Rod Piker, easy, my friend. Thanks for all the support on our channel and comments. Big up. Media Videos. Great to see you. Has posted a new article. New information could possibly be coming to light here. I'm just looking. I'm just looking for that. Okay, I'm just going to expand that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to read that out in a second. I'm just going to catch up with the chat, and then I'm going to read this article a little bit. Spammy says, I agree. I think it's a new age terrorism, just going to be drones. Yeah, okay. Centroid aerial images. Lol, I'm on a break for a couple of minutes. That's all good, mate. Thank you for popping in. I know you're a very, very busy man. Irish Explorer, stalking us again, media. Lol, nice to see you both earlier. Yeah, I'm not sure entirely who she's referring to there, but that's all good. Stephen Pilcher, Gatwick and Heathrow invest millions in military-grade anti-drone equipment. Would be good if you are selling this stuff. And that's the thing. They actually brought in the Israeli drone dome anti-drone technology for Gatwick, which has now been taken away again. Why not keep it there? Just is nobody thinking straight? I don't think they want to take drones down over airports, to be fair, by the sound of things. Centroid says it's got to go. Take care. Thanks for popping in. I think Centroid wants back in on the Sunday night conspiracy stream as well. He had a great laugh because he wants to win the tinfoil hat competition. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, I'm just going to put my Twitter handle in there. Views_UK. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, please do. I am hosting a tinfoil hat competition on the next Sunday night stream. So make yourself a great tinfoil hat. And the prize is basically like loads of shout outs all the time for your channel. We'll see if we can build your channel up and all that lot. I do my best to shout everybody out. But obviously I do have to host conversation and my guests and everything and keep everybody happy. But if you make a tinfoil hat that blows me away and win the competition, you know, and at this rate I am already making my own very good tinfoil hat, so it'd have to be pretty good. So I'm just giving you an heads up on that. Rod Piker says copycats in drone incidents. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, EBR FPV says proper FPV. Don't forget to keep an eye on the sky. If you drive past an airport, you might catch a drone. Yeah, most probably. It seems like drones are all over airports these days. Okay, so this is the article that Media Videos has posted, and that is the headline: was a third runway protester. Oh, sorry, I'll rephrase that. It wasn't quite correct there. Was a third runway protester behind the Heathrow drone. Police launch a manhunt in nearby villages after 100 flights were grounded in the latest airport chaos. Police manhunt was underway last night in villages near Heathrow amid fears a third runway protester is behind the latest drone shutdown. Officers are scouring Harmondsworth and other villages just half a mile from Europe's busiest airport for the culprit, and Scotland Yard has launched a full criminal investigation. Around 100 flights were delayed as the airport was locked down for an hour on Tuesday evening after a drone was spotted flying nearby. And basically, just loads of pictures of the airport. Scrolling down, I am going to repost the link. Thank you very much, Media Videos, for bringing this to my attention. And once again, it looks as though that one little clip of the supposed drone, which is very, very, yeah, I'm not sure, you know, what it's meant to be anyway. But that's being posted. The article does seem to have glitched out a little bit. There is a few other pages, pictures on here. One of them, I don't know what it's supposed to show, but it's I don't know what that's meant to be. Please check the article. Are you looking at this right now, Kraggs?
I am.
That weird light in the sky. Do you see that?
Yeah. What is it? Any other day it'd be a UFO.
Any other day it'd definitely be a UFO, wouldn't it? That.
Yeah. It could be anything.
That is a very bright light in the sky. Can you check this article at the same time, Jay?
Which one are we on, Steve?
The Daily Mail one, mate. It's just in the chat, mate. It's second comment in the chat.
Yeah, I picked it up, mate. One sec.
It's offering some slightly alternate information about what it could be. So we're just checking that. We're just checking that out.
Was a third runway protester behind the Heathrow drone. Police launch a man in nearby villages. 200 flights were grounded in the latest airport chaos. Yeah.
And the article on my browser has glitched out a little bit. I might open Chrome in a second just to have a look, because this looks very, very interesting, and I can't. It looks like there is some very interesting information here. I can't let it go, unfortunately. So I'm just opening up Chrome in the background to have a look at this. Post it in, because it looks like there is some information about the Brexit debate. Okay, right, I'm going to continue reading then. Now it's...
It's just the Sky News one about, yeah?
No, it's Daily Mail.
I've just found some other stuff. Apparently, one firm says it has the technology that can detect these drones. And that's on Sky News.
Oh. Is there any way you can post a link in?
Possibly, yeah. I'm on my phone. One sec.
Okay, so I'll continue reading this article then from where the 100 flights were delayed. And I'm carrying on reading the Daily Mail article here. Yesterday, the first pictures emerged of an object believed to be a drone, which has a flashing green and red light, that were taken by a passenger on a grounded plane and a commuter driving near the airport's southern boundary. So a commuter driving near the airport's southern boundary, would that be our BBC cameraman in question? Because he didn't mention anything about that in that other article. There's a lot of conflicting information on this. Another witness reported seeing a drone with the same flashing green and red light hovering near Harmonsworth. It's one of the villages alongside Sipson and Longford to be bulldozed as and when the third runway wins planning permission. Oh, well, yeah, that adds another spin to it, doesn't it? The witness told the BBC, I could tell it was a drone. These things have got quite distinctive lights, not a helicopter. In July last year, it became a criminal offence to fly a drone within 0.6 miles of an airport, or 1 kilometre from the boundary. Harmonsworth is just half a mile from Heathrow's northern perimeter. Okay. Anti-Heathrow expansion campaign group Hakan said it had nothing to do with the drone. You know, why would they own up to it if there was a drone? Asked whether the mystery drone pilot could be a disgruntled local resident, one campaigner said, "It wouldn't surprise me. Most local residents wouldn't do this, but there are some who might." Yeah, one way to, you know, foster that community spirit by sort of looking round and possibly dobbing in your neighbours, which is something similar that happened at Gatwick, to be fair, with that couple who got picked up and released the next day. Last night, campaign groups Stop Heathrow Expansion and No Third Runway also said they had nothing to do with the drone. So it seems like there is 3 different campaign groups against this third runway. It's not yet clear whether the drone incursion was deliberate, but with the operator of the drone, which has brought chaos to Gatwick, still at large, police cannot rule out a link. Okay, let me just refer to this, because the Daily Mail obviously hates drones, right? So it's not yet clear whether the drone incursion was deliberate. See what I mean? They refer to it exactly as it's not clear whether things were deliberate. It's not clear whether there was a drone. Let's be really clear on that first. But with the operator of the drone, which This is what I mean. But with the operator of the drone, which brought chaos to Gatwick, still at large, they're reporting it as if it was. I mean, police have admitted it most probably wasn't a drone. Police cannot rule out a link. And they're reporting it as a drone incident. This is exactly how I knew it'd go. And it is infuriating for the law-abiding drone flyers who actually just want to get great footage, want to fly the FPV drones, and now feel like they are going to be under increased sort of public scrutiny. Someone's probably going to come over and have a go. So my best advice is, if you're out flying your drones and someone comes over having a go at you when you've done nothing wrong, right, just be very calm. Just say to them, once I've landed, I'll have a very, very good conversation with you. If they're angry, tell them to just calm it. You know, just repeat the drone law. Keep your eyes on your flight. Continue what you're doing. And if they don't like it or they're getting aggressive, tell them, ring the police. Because everything I've done here is recorded, you know, documented, flight logs, camera, everything. Right? So just ring the police and I'll speak to them. I'd rather speak to them than you. You know, just be as polite as you can, okay? Police confirmed, I'm back to the article now, sorry, in the Daily Mail. Police confirmed it was not a hoax sighting, stressing that officers were among those who spotted a drone. Oh, that's new. That's definitely new. That wasn't in the BBC's report, was it? Extra officers have been sent to Heathrow as airports around the country were put on high alert. Okay. Why do they need extra officers? This obviously didn't work at Gatwick. They brought in 20 extra police squads at Gatwick. They need one drone flown by a policeman who's trained to follow the drone back to where it's being flown from. This is not a hard concept to grasp. The RAF has flown its own anti-drone system to Heathrow after Transport Secretary Chris Grayling spoke to Defence Secretary Gavin Williamson. Heathrow has also begun talks to install a 10 million detection and signal jamming system called AUDS. That's the first time I've heard of that. AUDS. Will Geddes of Security Service International Corporate Protection said the incident was inevitable and security should have been upgraded sooner. He added, I continue to be utterly astounded that there were no countermeasures already in place. Now that contradicts the article in The Verge, doesn't it, that says that Heathrow and Gatwick already have the measures in place. Last night the Department for Transport rejected claims the military-grade anti-drone system should have been... Oh yeah, I've already read that bit, sorry. Meetings with airport bosses. Oh my God, the comment section here is toxic. I'm gonna close that there now. We've got the gist of it. Jay, you look like you're having a good time there. Are you reading something particularly good, mate? Or
yeah, I've just posted that link to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just on my second to last post on the chat about the technology.
Okay. I'm just making sure no audio is going to play. What is this? Is this the Bing video? Drone problem is a fake crisis by government, says LBC caller.
No, that's not me. That's not mine.
Okay. Yeah, I see it, mate. Yeah, there is a few links being posted. I am very happy you're posting these links. That is very, very good. So Sky News. This is Jay's link. I will get to the link from Media Videos in a minute. A very apt channel name, seeing as you are posting some very good media links and media videos. Thank you very much. I'm just going to check your channel 1 second, mate, because I'm subscribed to a lot of channels. I can't recall whether I'm subscribed. There it is, mate. I've just subscribed to your channel. Subscriber number 11. Do you know what I mean? I'm all about the support. Everybody else who's in the chat, I am certain I'm subscribed to you, so that's all good. Okay, this is new article then, Sky News. Drone detection firms summoned to Heathrow as police hunt for culprit. One firm says it has technology that can detect, film and track a drone as well as pinpoint its operator. Okay, I think that's what they already claim to have in place anyway. Drone detection firms have been summoned to Heathrow as police hunt for the operator who caused major disruption at the airport. Sky News has learnt several companies have been called to the London airport after departure flights were temporarily grounded on Tuesday evening. One firm says it has technology that can detect, film and track a drone as well as pinpoint its operator. Yeah, okay. Reading-based Operational Solutions said the technology could be installed at any UK airport within 24 hours and cover the entire site within a week. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? The Metropolitan Police is still hunting for the drone operator who caused Tuesday's disruption after the device was seen by several people, including police officers. Okay, so now it is police officers who have apparently seen it. So all of these people have seen it. No concrete footage, as always. Met Police Commander Stuart Cundy said extensive searches were being carried out to identify who may have been responsible. And I am very happy that I pronounced his name right there. That could have gone very wrong. Aviation and security ministers are due to meet at airport bosses on Thursday, following the Heathrow incident and recent disruption at Gatwick, which was forced to close for 36 hours shortly before Christmas when drones were spotted. Probably police drones were spotted. Let's just put that in inverted commas there, brackets, whatever. Yeah, Sky News asked 22 UK airports about the readiness to tackle drones, but none will confirm whether they had specific equipment already in place to deal with a threat posed by the devices. If I owned an airport and there was all this going on, right, I'd really slyly get this drone equipment in place, and I wouldn't tell anybody I had it. I'd just wait for the thingy. The first person who flew a drone there and you catch them, that is it. You make a point, don't you? That's it. We've got you, mate. We're not even revealing how we got you. Simple as that, innit? You know what I mean? That will be it. Make an example. Okay, so has that tickled you, that, Jay?
No. Me and Kraggs are having a chat.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, his team.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Sorry.
Still. I'll tell you what, you two have a chat on the stream. I'll kick back a minute. I do feel like I've been motor mouthing it a little bit. Okay, you two have a little discussion then on your thoughts, because I have been domineering it again, and I do apologise. When I'm having to read articles, you know how it is, and whatnot. So, Jay, what do you reckon so far then, mate? Come on, let's have an opinion.
There's just so much, you know. I'm a big believer in whether I see it with my own eyes, is that the truth? We all know the BBC twist things, you know, with the news. I just can't get over this guy who's the main witness to it all, who was watching this drone for 4 to 5 minutes while he was driving on the M25, which is a mental road, probably the busiest road in England. Concentration levels has got to be at least 110% on the road ahead. So how this guy going through these big roundabouts westbound of Heathrow, which was the only way you could have seen it on the M25, was able to get past all these roundabouts, M25, and see this drone for 4 to 5 minutes. It's just beyond me.
Yeah, very, very odd. Anything else to add before I pass on to Kraggs?
No, it was just funny because I can still see him on video.
Oh, I see.
We can still see each other on Sky.
Yeah, I'll just add some context to this. We are on a Skype call. Kraggs and Jay can see each other on the Skype call. Just unfortunately, there's been some sort of glitch. I can't actually feed them on into OBS. And obviously, it's been in a background window, so they've probably been yawning and falling asleep and pretending to do all sorts while I've not been watching. So thanks for that, guys. Nice one. Kraggs, what's your thoughts then, mate? Let's have it.
Well, the first thing that strikes me when I look at this, when I went on the Sky News page, drone detection firm summoned to Heathrow, is the first picture is an obviously mocked up photo of a drone and a plane.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a bit dubious, isn't it, putting photos like that on? I mean, it does say file pic at the end of it, but it is obviously meant to give the impression that it might be.
Yes, yes, indeed. That is an obvious Photoshop. That.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's obviously something they've staged themselves, you know.
yeah,
I mean,
and yeah, that's a mock-up, mate. Unless it's some sort of commercial operation where they've took that picture, you know, where they're flying alongside the runway or something, a good distance away, and then you can actually get clearance to fly drones as a commercial operator around and near airports, as long as you can submit a flight plan showing that you're going to be within a specific area, and then airports can orchestrate flights around that, or, you know, as long as they're notified of it, basically. Do you have anything else to add, mate, before I start hitting the chat again?
Not really. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, it's yeah, I'm going to get onto that link in a second from Media Videos that was posted about 5 minutes ago. That's all good. Okay. Rod Piker says, I'm going back through the chat here. I've missed a bit. Rod Piker says, hi, Steve. I had to invest in public liability insurance for my drone. Places and I flew before won't let me fly unless I have it. Okay. That is probably going to be the way it's going to go across the UK with the new legislation coming in. Martin Smith, what does everyone think about drone registration, as you will be an instant target and arrested for any illegal drone activity in your area? And this is the thing, innit? It's the people who register and follow the law. As soon as someone's not following the law, they've got the names and numbers of everybody who's registered and whatnot, and they're going to be knocking at your door every 10 minutes, aren't they? Asking to see your flight logs and all that lot. It's going to be an absolute fiasco. Martin Smith, it takes the we, says Abandoned City Camo Crew. Yep, that link, I've already seen that. Stephen Pilcher says, very, very murky, smells fishy, as. Abandoned City Camo Crew says, all made up bollocks. And I do not believe bollocks is a swear word, so, you know, I'm still on me swearing ban on streams. Rod Piker, I had to register my drone in the Republic of Ireland, because the land border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, to fly down there anything from the size of a DJI Spark. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, walking into the unknown, Jay says, I can see you, Kev. Yeah, we've already established this. Rod Piker, police and press fiasco. Firm from Belfast has been hired to go to Heathrow. Kraggs, can you see me? Canadian Drone Hub's back. Great to see you, mate. I'm just trying to work my way through the chat. And these two are sort of slagging me off behind me back, you know what I mean? So,
We're not.
yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
we can always
it's all
start.
right. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I'll remember. Don't worry. It's all good. Steve Pilcher, the latest airport closing demonstrates how vulnerable the air transport is to relatively low-cost interference or just the threat of it. Yeah, go to Aldi's, get yourself a 50 quid drone, fly it at the end of Heathrow's runway. That's how you're going to close an airport. You know, don't do that on my advice, please. Aviation officials fear that a drone could be sucked into a jet engine and disable it, as has happened with birds. Yes, now, there has been many tests done of actually, you know, firing drones at planes and, you know, simulated bird strikes with like frozen chickens and stuff. Yeah, for the most part, they don't do as much damage as most people would think. Canadian Drone Hub is saying hello to a whole host of people. If you haven't checked out Canadian Drone Hub, please do. They are the pillar of the drone community worldwide, you know, so not just in Canada. Yeah, Rod Piker, I think it's a diversion by the government because of Brexit. Yeah, I am going to post a link real quick to another BBC article which ran alongside the Gatwick, not the Gatwick, the Heathrow drone incident. It's sort of like parcelled them in together, and guess which one was trending? The drone story. Okay. Yeah, Steve Pilcher says anti-drone proposals have included jamming the devices, navigation signals, cannon that can fire small nets to ensnare drones, snipers to shoot them, and even eagles trained to bring them down. Yeah, and that is the way things are going. They're looking at all sorts of measures for this. Steve Pilcher says PD Tech, your cannon would be good to see. I think I'm going to have to do a mock-up of the toilet roll cannon with like a feed-in, like so you can like reload with a barrel, and it just like boom, 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 just launching toilet rolls, because they are very effective at taking down drones from what I've seen. DGM Films UK, how's it going, Dennis? I hope you're well, mate. Great to see you. Lever Guns is in. How's it going, mate? What gun would you recommend for taking down a drone? Any. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Saying hello to everybody. Very nice. Canadian Drone was saying hello to everybody. I'll just ask real quick, are you streaming tonight, Roger, on the Canadian Drone Hub? If you are, just let me know what time, and if it's any time soon, mate, we'll finish up around when you start, and we'll all come over. Okay, Lever Gun says probably a shotgun. Now, this is the thing. I'm not going to say the place where it is, because people may get in trouble. But when we visited somewhere the other day, Jay, there was a certain person, wasn't there, who was not happy about drones flying around certain bits of property, which would be considered legal flights. By the way, he just doesn't like. He just doesn't like drones recording what he considers to be sort of his area or his property. It's not a built-up area. It's on open ground. It's not near roads. Nowhere near an active airport. And he said he's going to get an air rifle, and any drone he sees, he's going to shoot it down. Now, this is where it starts getting dangerous, you see, because if you shoot down somebody's drone, technically you've committed an act of air piracy. So if you're going to try and shoot someone's drone down and you're not law enforcement, then you're getting yourself into a world of trouble right there, you know, because then you can actually sue them for taking down your aircraft. Essentially, it's just a remote controlled aircraft, and you are a pilot when you're flying. Technically, you're piloting that UAV. What do you reckon about that, Jay? Without using any place names or people names, because obviously we don't want any attention brought to anybody.
Well, I look at it, right. I've done my checks on that area. I've been going around that area since I was 7-year-old, and there's no restrictions on that or anything around that area. Anybody can fly over that area, obviously within your 120 metre restrictions and stuff like that, and not being stupid with it. But I don't know, maybe this guy's just a little bit over the top, really. That's how it sort of seems to me. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
He seems to have taken offence to people with drones.
When really, they're documenting what is essentially a historical site, aren't they? You know?
Yeah.
And if anything, I mean, drones flying and documenting it, as long as they're sticking to the drone code, why not? Why not let people do that? If I had what he had, and I saw drones flying about, I would try and look for the drone operator and just remind them just to stick to the drone code and have a little conversation about what they're trying to film. Simple as that, innit? You know, I wouldn't be trying to shoot them down. I'd be like, I appreciate you've took interest in it. Do you know what I mean? Simple as that.
That's the modern way, isn't it? He's got the old-fashioned way. I mean, we're in the modern way now. But it's still of the same love. But you just can't see that.
Yeah. Kraggs, what do you reckon about what we were just talking about? Because you was there when this conversation took place, and this guy really doesn't like drones, does he?
No, he didn't. He did say, and I'm not sort of justifying it at all, but he did say that he was concerned that people were seeing it on Facebook and were breaking in. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that probably goes some way to explaining his animosity. Is that the word? You know, towards the drone community, maybe.
Yeah, but I think that might be his own sort of paranoia, because apparently...
No, I agree, it could be.
Yeah, I think people have been breaking in or attempting to break in there for quite some time, probably way before the drones started showing up. So it's just like a scapegoat for him, innit? People record this area, people see it and they think, oh, I could probably rob that, so then they try and get in. From the sound of things and from the look of the place, it looks like there has been potentially multiple break-ins going back since way before any sort of mainstream or any sort of capable drone showed up of flying range and getting some good camera angles and whatnot. But it was Jay who mentioned the drones and that to him, and essentially, you know, he went, oh, you know, we plan to maybe do some drone flights and whatnot, and he was like, oh, no one's flying round here, blah, 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 and he was going on about it's a flight path or something, wasn't he? And I was sort of looking at you, Kraggs, when I like, what is he on about? As long as it's clear on the drone assist app, you know.
It is a flight path. I know that. It's been a flight path for years, but helicopters, aeroplanes have their own restrictions and their own flight levels and heights and directions. And everybody, you know, within this community of drones and helicopters and planes, we all work together to have our own goals, don't we, and what we want to do.
Yeah.
You know, they can't, obviously, restrictions fly under drone territory anyway. Their flight height, obviously, restrictions, obviously above 120 metres. Otherwise, they'd be risking it themselves, wouldn't they? You know, it's self-explanatory, isn't it?
Yeah.
This guy's just trying to be a bit, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so just real quick, we've got 18 people in the chat. Now, I'm going to ask everybody a real big favour. I do follow a streamer who streams games. Is only a young lad. He's trying to grow his channel. Really respectful young lad. Apparently he is streaming at the minute. Would you all please just pop over and just tell him I sent you? He streams all the time, and it looks as though there's no one watching his stream, which I do feel quite bad about. So I'm going to post his link in there. Please just pop over there. Tell him I sent you. You know what I mean? Stay in there if you like, but, you know, please come back whenever you're ready. I'm just going to post that in there for you just to go check him out, okay? You know, hit the like button for him and comment, say I sent you, and whatnot. Just real quick, and then we'll carry on, okay? I'm just going to write in his chat real quick. Sorry about this. I do try and support the entire community, and this lad needs more respect, I think. There we go. There we go. Just commented on there for him. There we go. Yeah, I am muted on there. That's all good. I am keeping an eye on who else is streaming as well, because as soon as Roger starts streaming, or whenever it's time, you know what I mean, I'm going to end the stream and we'll go over and see him. That's cool. So, does anybody else have any other links by any chance? You know,
that one's not working, Steve.
That link doesn't work. Let me try it. It should work. I'm just checking it now. Yeah, the link does work, mate. I've just tried it. Yeah. Please pop over and see him. Just say hello in his chat for me. Yeah, it will really will make his day. I'm not kidding. Weekend Warrior Outdoors. How is it going? We was just sort of quickly raiding somebody else's stream and then coming back. You know what I mean? That's all good. Getting him some support. A really good streamer. Yes, look at that. That'll make his day. That it really will. And me and Kraggs have sat in on his streams a few times, and it's just a respectful young lad who's trying to make it, doing his game streams and whatnot. And I can't recommend him enough. He's a good player as well, and I've played games a long time, and he's better than me at Fortnite. I gave up on Fortnite. So, I mean, when you mentioned to him that you was going to do a possible flight then, we're talking sort of like what happened on that day, not using names or places necessarily, but just giving examples of what certain people who are very much against drones They generally have that opinion, don't they? So we're using him as sort of like a bit of a case study at the minute. Yeah. I mean, when you was talking about drones, you said we want to do some potential flights, and he was just completely against it, wasn't he?
Yeah, big time.
Like, mega against it. And I don't think, no matter what anybody could do at this point, could sway him round to actually sort of appreciating what drones can do and what they bring to the table. I think he's just always going to be a staunch advocate in here at this point.
But we're all there for the same thing, aren't we? For the same goal, to document.
Yeah.
To document that era.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. And I mean,
we're doing it the modern way. He's doing it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Yeah. Now the thing is, I emailed him directly and just put, I do history videos. I've got a few people who are willing to chat to me about who used to be there, whatnot. I do history videos and do exploration videos. Would you be able to give me permission to do anything, basically? And he messaged back something along the lines of, oh no, don't allow that at all. I don't like any footage going on you thieve or you trespass. He was going on, and he went into a really sort of sour rant in this email back, to a point where I just thought, I'm not even messaging back to that because I have nothing nice to say. The way I worded my email was so polite. I couldn't get over just how sour he was. You know what I mean? That's why when you said we're going to go speak to him like I know him, whatever, I thought, oh, here we go. And I said to my missus, I went, don't mention anything about that email, will you? Because, I'm going to have to bite my lip not mentioning that as it is, And
yeah, it's a shame. It is a shame.
Yeah. I don't bloody know. Oh, bless him. Thank you, everybody, for popping over to BSAV's gaming channel. That is much appreciated. Yeah, I always feel sort of bad for him when he's streaming and he's got nobody in the chat. I remember way back when I used to do gaming streams and nobody was watching. It was hellish. It really was. So I do appreciate that you've gone over and shown your support to him. Art That Heals Stephanie, great to see you. I first met Art That Heals Stephanie on Eagle VP's channel while he was streaming. He did Time with Gramps. So that's all good. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Always good to see you. You know what I mean? It's all about supporting the community and whatnot. So, do you have any thoughts to add to that, Kraggs, about, certain people are set in their own ways against drones and that, and there isn't any sort of potential way to bring them round to the light side, is there?
No. There's nothing you can do about it. Just you just have to ignore it. I mean, you're never going to change anyone's views. Certainly not. Well, let's say older people.
Yeah.
Without wishing to be disrespectful, I mean, people do get set in their ways.
Yeah. And like Jay was saying, it is like the old school sort of mentality, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of like, I don't like something, I'm just going to completely go against it. Whereas, I mean, the only thing that's holding drones back at the minute is one of two things. There's option A, and that is people are deliberately flying near airports and disrupting everything and giving all the drone flyers a bad name. And public perception, the media, actually spinning a lot of these tales where there's not necessarily any proven drone activity whatsoever. And it seems to be a combination of the two. Mostly the media spinning the stories. Completely, completely hashing up the reporting all the time. Focusing on all the negatives of how people have been affected, and constantly referring to what is not confirmed drone sightings and confirmed drone activity, reporting on it as concrete.
Yeah. Well, they never let the truth get in the way.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't let the truth get in the way of a good story. I was sent another link. I've only just got to that, and it is a video. I can't play the video. I'm just looking for maybe some subtitle options. It's only about a minute long. This was the video that Media Videos sent me. So I'm just going to put that in the chat for you all to watch at your own leisure. And the title of that video is Drone Problem is Fake Crisis by Government, says LBC Caller. The video's 1 minute 40. Unfortunately, while I'm streaming, I can't watch the video because obviously my audio's a direct audio capture from my desktop. So if I play that audio, yeah, I'm not going to be able to. You know, I'm not going to be able to play it because I'll get a copyright strike, and I don't want that. Thank you everybody who popped over to BSAVs. That's really appreciated. Really, really is. That'll have made his day. That, I'm not kidding. Yeah, is a good lad. So I'm basically looking now for whoever else is has got a stream on the go, because I really would like to sort of end the stream in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I was hoping Canadian Drone Hub would be on the go, but I think raiding Canadian Drone Hub's a bit silly, really, because everybody who's in here are already big fans of the Canadian Drone Hub. So whether I'm going to raid Roger or not, I mean, everybody will be in there anyway, you know. So I'm just looking for another stream, really quick. That's all cool. Pusa is live. I'm just going to see what they've got on the go. I do appreciate everybody sticking around for this stream. Like I say, I'm going to round up in about 5 minutes once I've found somewhere to raid. And actually, you know, say me goodbyes to everybody. Let's see what Pusa's got on the go at the minute. That's all good. Let's have a quick look on here. Just play that without the audio. Just checking this out. My computer is going a little bit laggy at the minute. I've got about 20 windows open. Yep, just having a look through here. Close a few of them. Speed up my desktop a little bit. Where are we going with this? That's it. Where are we? That's cool. Yeah, I'm going to put a link in then for Pusa Studios. Please go and raid their stream for me with the hashtag. And obviously just copy and paste this. Aerial views, raid, something like that. That's cool, and they'll know then that I've you know, raided their stream. You don't have to, but it's much appreciated if you would as soon as this stream ends or right away. I'd just like to say big thank you to the guests, Kraggs and Jay, much appreciated. I would keep the stream going, but the main overruling topic is Heathrow and the drone incident, and I think at this point we've exhausted all available information, so I will be ending the stream. Thank you everybody who's come in and supported my channel. Hit the like button, you know, who's already subscribed. It is much appreciated, and they make these streams so worthwhile, you know, knowing that people are watching, enjoying, interacting, growing the channels, you know, all them great things that come along with it. Nathan Lights Drums has just come in. Thank you for coming in, mate. We're just about to round up the stream. I've put the link into Pusa Studios there. We're just going to give them a quick raid, and then as soon as Canadian Drone Hub goes live, you'll find me in there. Okay. Stephen Pilcher, thank you very much, mate. Great show. Have a good one. Weekend Warrior, you've been an absolute champion. You're getting a blue wrench for any of my future streams coming up. Do you guys want to say a quick goodbye to anybody? I'll start with Jay, mate. Do you want to say your goodbyes, buddy?
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. It's been good tonight. There's been some good chat going on about this, and we've sort of resolved a few things.
Yeah, man. 2 hours, 10 minutes of live streaming, and you've had about 3 minutes.
It's not bad, is it?
Sorry. Kraggs, would you like to say goodbyes, mate?
Yeah, cheers, everybody. It's been great.
Yeah,
bye.
Okay. Next stream is Sunday night, the Conspiracy Theory tinfoil hat stream. Got some great guests lined up. And there is a competition. I'm going to put in my Twitter name again really quick, at views_UK. There it is. Follow me on Twitter. And in the next stream, we're having a competition for who can make the best tinfoil hat. So get them ready for 10 p.m. UK time on Sunday and 5 p.m. Eastern time Sunday, obviously at the same time but different time zones. So yeah, and I'll catch you all again real soon. Make sure you go visit Pusha Studios, say Aerial Views Raid, hashtag whatever, you know, I know they'll appreciate it. And I'll catch you all at the Canadian Drone Hub when the time comes. Thanks for stopping in. Much love, and I hope you have a great week and great weekend, okay? Take it easy. You guys say goodbye as well.
Good night, guys.
Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for coming in.